It's a damn shame nobody's talking about Jubilee Daily Reunion One Shot. She is a well-known X-Men member, and her powers are just getting better and better as she's growing. Not to mention, this is the Heritage Month for the Asian American and the Pacific Islanders as well. So let's get into this. Go to San Francisco as we see some thieves getting through these laser beams. Once they end up cracking the safe, seeing this canister of gold goop. You shouldn't be here. Then we go to New Orleans, Louisiana, to the Haven House. As everybody's retiring for the night, Jubilee ends up having an unknown visitor. You don't remember me, Jubilee. I'm hurt. Before Jubilee can shoot off a blast, she ends up getting blasted by this mysterious man. Of course, everyone comes to Jubilee's room to see what's going on. But this mysterious man is still shooting, still protecting himself. So Kurt ends up getting one of his guns. Of course, he has another one in hand. Kurt tells her, be careful, Rogue. His weapon is like Banshee screams. Rogue does miss, but her husband's right there to help remove the other gun. She then looks at Jubilee and says, Yashi, call them off. Instantly, Jubilee remembers. It's from her childhood. She remembers 15 years ago, this is the same person who chased after her for some reason. The man introduces himself as Eason Chung, Jubilee's cousin. Aunt Hope, my mother is missing. Without a moment of hesitation, they're on a jet to China. Eason ends up telling Jubilee that he's a mid-level administrator for the government of Hong Kong. He's reluctant because she's like, yeah, sure, okay. Because in Hong Kong, mid-level administrators fly private. Totally believable. As Eason explains, I don't know how you didn't realize that my mother was missing because you guys spoke regularly. Jubilee replies, Auntie Hope is a retired cyborg assassin. She goes on adventures every now and then and sometimes for weeks at a time. Why are you sure something is wrong? Eason tells her, I call my mother once a year, always on Lunar New Year, and this year, didn't pick up. So then I'm going to San Francisco, California, Chinatown. Jubilee ends up reminiscing about her childhood and everything. Right before she joined the X-Men. They end up going to Auntie Hope's apartment. Before they step into that apartment, they better take them shoes off. Afterwards, they begin to scan the entire apartment to see if there's any clues. Eason uses his high-tech glasses to see anything.
Scan complete. No sign of forced entry detected. Agent Decibel.
Agent Decibel? Are we serious right now? Eason explains, my department head assigns codenames to each of her team members. Jubilee pokes fun with him, Eason tells her. Now, think back to your conversation with her. What places did she mention? Without any other leads or any other connections, they end up going to the community and see if they have seen her. Found out she's a regular at the Polar Bear General Store. Next, they end up going to the 5 Elements Acupuncture Clinic. Before Jubilee can get her answer off, they get on her real quick for her chewing gum. Makes Jubilee mad. She's like, look, if we're going to keep investigating, I'm going to do it separately. Eason explains to her, look, I may not be a perfect Chinese guy, the perfect Chinese son, but that's how I know something is wrong. Me and my mother have a single 20-minute phone conversation once a year. As difficult as things are between us, she would never miss my call. Then Jubilee thinks of possibly one more spot. I'm going to the Lucky Tea House. The tea house worker tells them there's really nothing here and they don't really know her, especially since gambling is illegal in the state of California. But then Eason ends up seeing a mirror. Jubilee thinks she sees something else. Her powers end up showing that there's someone behind the mirror. Instantly, the guy comes from the mirror ready to fight. Eason doesn't care about fisticuffs as he shoots his sonic gun, revealing that there is some sort of gambling behind this tea house. Jubilee then asks some of the other gamblers if they know of an Auntie Lee. They say that she did win just a couple days ago. She ended up winning some information on stealing a cutting-edge technology from someone. Eason asks one of the ladies, can you give me that name of that startup? Oh, the lady says, yeah, only if you give me your number. Imp seeing it's an AI building called Crano 1. So they keep a direct approach asking the front desk lady if they know anything. But they think she might be a human or a robot. Eason's glasses and said, she ain't scanned.
Scan complete, Agent Decibel. The subject was.
Jubilee says, wait, was? We see that they end up getting grabbed up by the techno-organic virus and Ames behind this. And lo and behold, Auntie Hope is there, infected with the techno-organic virus as well. Iris explains that Auntie Hope is the only one who remains alive. Everyone else is animated by the virus. Auntie Hope then instantly attacks them. All of a sudden, just a memory comes out of nowhere. Jubilee ends up asking this kid if he can fix her keyboard. Then all of a sudden, loud sounds come from the device. The kid explains the sounds coming from his hands instead. We end up seeing Eason chase after Jubilee. Jubilee realizes, Eason, you're a mutant? That's right. My pistol helped direct my sonic energy, but I am the source. As Agent Decibel fights off some of the techno-organic virus minions, Jubilee ends up getting grabbed, begins to get infected. Ours goes in her mind. You always felt alone. Not enough for one thing to fit in here. Not enough of another to fit in there. Jubilee's asking, why are you saying that? You're not anything enough to escape your loneliness. Decibel tells Jubilee, fight Jubilee, focus on my voice and fight it. Jubilee says, but why? What's the point? Who wants to feel alone? Isan tells her, listen to me. At the heart of Chinese philosophy is a concept called Ren. It's like knowing your connection to others, being both human and humane. He explains, he saw Ren within her as a little girl. She may ran away in fear of trusting each other, regardless of what was going on with their powers. Isan tells her, instead, act with Ren. That's how you've always been and will always be Chinese enough, understand? That gave Jubilee just enough. He ends up breaking free of the grasp of the techno-organic virus. He does so enough that the building ends up catching on fire and Auntie Hope is free. Auntie Hope is mad because she's like, this ain't Lunar New Year and you decided to visit? Did Jubilee suspect I was in trouble? Jubilee tells her, it was Isan who was the one who thought you were in trouble. Jubilee tells him, look, we do realize that we almost lost Auntie Hope back there. And how about just for tonight, we put family above everything else. Isan tells her, you know, that's the most Chinese thing you've said all day. Hope everyone enjoyed this Jubilee Daily Reunion one-shot. And to any Asian American and Pacific Islander, hope you enjoy your Heritage Month. Take care of yourselves.